When Spider-Man launched in 2023, it was the reason to own a PS5. The web swinging, the story, the graphics, it was a masterpiece. But now, in 2025, does it still hold up? Should you spend your hard-earned cash on it? In this video, we're going deep into every single aspect, the good and the bad. By the end, you'll know exactly whether this game deserves a spot in your collection. And hey, if you're still watching in 2025, smash that like button. It really helps the channel. So let's get right into it. Let's start with what Spider-Man does better than any superhero game before it, the combat. The addition of perfect parries and symbiote abilities completely transforms the fighting from the previous games, giving you an arsenal of devastating moves that make you feel like an unstoppable force of nature. When you first unlock those black tendrils and send enemies flying through store windows, it's pure power fantasy bliss. Miles' upgraded Venom powers add even more variety, letting you chain together electrifying combos that light up the screen. While Spider-Man 2's combat improves on the first game with flashy symbiote abilities and a new parry system, it's held back by frustrating missteps. The parry timing feels inconsistent sometimes. It works perfectly, other times Spidey just eats a punch despite your button press. Little details break immersion too, like enemies clipping through cars or dodges failing despite perfect spider sense warnings. It's still fun to web sling through fights, but these issues keep the combat from reaching its full potential. Enough with the combat, let's move on to the story and the characters. Spider-Man 2's story does some things really well, but has a few problems too. The best part is Peter and Harry's friendship. It's emotional and makes you care about both characters. Miles also gets great moments as he learns to be a better hero. Kraven is an awesome villain who makes every scene exciting. But Venom doesn't get enough time to shine. His story feels rushed. MJ's missions are better than before, but still slow things down. Some side characters like Genki don't get much to do. The voice acting is amazing, especially when Peter gets angry with the symbiote. The ending happens too fast and leaves some questions unanswered like, where is Cletus Cassidy or Carnage? Where did the symbiote come from? While the story has its highs and lows, one thing everyone agrees on: swinging through New York in Spider-Man 2 is perfect after those emotional cutscenes. There's nothing better than diving off the Empire State Building and forgetting your troubles. So, let's talk about why the traversal feels like pure magic. Let's talk about swinging and traversal. One of the best parts of Spider-Man 2, swinging around New York City. This game makes you feel like you're really Spider-Man more than ever before. When you press R2 to swing, the web's actually attached to real buildings and not the sky, and you can feel the weight of Spider-Man as he moves. The new web wings let you spread your arms and glide like a flying squirrel. You can go from Harlem to downtown without swinging even once if you want. The city looks amazing while you're moving, with all the tiny cars and people below you. But it's not perfect. The web wings are so good that sometimes you might forget to swing at all. Just gliding everywhere is tempting, but not as fun. Fast travel loads so quickly that you might use it instead of swinging, which is a shame because swinging is the best part. Sometimes weird things happen too, like getting stuck on a building corner. Even with these small problems, I probably spent more time just swinging around doing nothing than actually playing the story. There's something so peaceful about watching the sunset while you glide between skyscrapers or trying to see how fast you can go without crashing. And it just looks so cool swinging around. Speaking of looking cool while swinging, let's talk suits. Insomniac absolutely outdid themselves with the suits in Spider-Man 2 honestly. I don't have a single bad thing to say about them. With over 65 wildly creative designs, there's something for every kind of Spider fan. The movie buffs get perfect recreations of it. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield suits. My favorites are the black symbiote suit that moves like it's alive and the funny Spider-Cat suit with a cute cat in a backpack. Every suit looks incredibly real. You can see the stitching on the fabric. the shine on metal parts, and even raindrops on the surface when it's stormy. The suits also change during gameplay. They get dirty in fights, and capes blow in the wind realistically. Whether you're swinging through the city or taking cool photos, these suits make you feel like a real Spider-Man. The designers clearly put so much love into every single costume. They're all perfect. The best part, you unlock most suits just by playing, and they all make you feel like Spider-Man whether you want to look serious, silly, or scary. Now, let's move on to the side missions and activities. Spider-Man 2's side missions add so much life to New York City. The mysterious red mask cult missions feel like a mini thriller movie. The symbiote nests are perfect for testing your combat skills. And the science puzzles are quick brain teasers that fit Spider-Man's smart character. Even stopping crimes around the city feels more dynamic now, with new enemy types and fun challenges. While some activities like drone chasing aren't quite as exciting, they're easy to skip if you're not interested. The best part? These missions make the city feel alive and give you more reasons to show off your favorite suits. For rewards, collect spider bots that reference Marvel heroes, photograph the city's best landmarks, or stop dynamic crimes that get harder as you progress. The Bodega Cat even joins fights if you wear his suit, and you can shoot hoops at basketball courts in full costume. After stopping crimes, solving mysteries, one question remains: is Spider-Man 2 still worth it? From the incredible web swinging to the emotional story highs and a few repetitive lows, let's break down the final verdict. After playing everything Spider-Man 2 has to offer, here's the honest truth. This is one of the best superhero games ever made, but it's not perfect. The good stuff, like the incredible web swinging, emotional story, and awesome combat, is so good that it makes up for the weaker parts. Just flying through New York City feels amazing, and the boss fights against villains like Venom will blow your mind. Yes, some side missions get repetitive, and not all the new features like the web wings are used as much as they could be. But when you're diving off skyscrapers, or using crazy symbiote powers in fights, none of that really matters. The game makes you feel like Spider-Man better than anything else out there. This game is absolutely worth buying, especially if you can find it on sale. For me, it's a 9 out of 10. It's amazing with just a few small problems. But hey, that's just my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And are you ready for the final chapter?